What's going on, guys? Jesse and Home Auto Response, Ceramic Pro Plano, and today I wanted to walk you around a job that we have in progress. So this car is the brand new Tesla Model 3 Performance. This one's the fast one, right? You can tell because the red brakes, look at the wheels, and then guys, look at these seats. I mean, dude, it's got the plaid logo on it. How cool is that? So we're doing full body paint protection film, and I wanted to give you guys an insight to how we do these jobs. And so when we are doing paint protection film on full body Teslas, it's very important that we tuck all of our film. So Tesla clients, a lot of them will do color PPF, and especially if you're doing color PPF, it's super important to tuck everything. So you can see like we've removed the gaskets here to safely tuck the film underneath, and not only do you get a far more seamless installation, but you will not get any lines, and you won't have any chances of this film peeling and lifting this way. And so especially if you're doing full body color PPF, this step is super important. We'll also, on the rear end, so we take out the tail light here, we take out the badge. On the new Teslas, it'll actually say the word Tesla here instead of the T. So I really like that feature. And then on the plaid models, there's a plaid badge here. So we've removed that badge as well. And so when we lay the paint protection film on this piece, on the trunk itself, on this top part is gonna be one panel, and so that you don't get a seam or a line right here, right? We've also taken the rear spoiler off so that, again, we can tuck that film so it is a seamless installation. And because we removed the taillights too, all of this is gonna get tucked as well for a truly seamless and clean install. Now, do we have to do it this way? No. Honestly, this step takes more work, but I think it's the right way to do paint protection film. It's gonna look really great. So I'll keep you guys updated and show you guys what that looks like as we go and do this process. All right, so this is us laying that front bumper. One guy can do it, but generally I like to use two technicians to lay it on side by side. We squeegee the edges and then we work our way to the middle. This is the best way to do a Tesla. It's really particular because we have to line up little edges really nice and neat. And so you can see us, after we've laid everything, we're gonna go in and tuck all of the film underneath. You know, we like to go over the perimeter like that because it's the cleanest way to do this. All right, so here we are laying the front fender. Now Tesla front fenders are pretty particular because you have to line up the sensor first. That's really important to make sure that you know, the valley that we're squeegeeing right now doesn't get kind of like that trampoline effect and leave a bubble. And then once we lay that sensor, then we're gonna go and lay the rest of the corners and edges, make sure it's nice and neat like you're seeing now. You see we're stretching it so that it fits nice and tight. Then we finally will squeegee and lock it into place. All right, so now we gotta go and clean up the edges. And so we're gonna squeegee really aggressively towards that edge to get any kind of water that might be trapped right there out so that there's no bubbles and whatnot. And the end result is that you get a very nice install with no seams or edges. You can see we're gonna clean up these edges here and tuck the film underneath the fender so that you don't get any lines when we're gonna do that installation. So now we're onto the doors. Doors get laid the same way. You wanna do like 4 corners, and then you wanna go ahead and squeegee hard like that across the edge so that there's no bubbles. Here we are getting it nice and neat right underneath that seam where the mirror is. Now we work our way down and we do it systematically, row by row, and you wanna overlap your rows too so that they don't kind of leave any water in between. This ensures that we don't get any water bubbles, so you can see me squeegeeing right there, nice and neat, row by row, right? Super important. All right, now we're cleaning up that edge underneath where the gasket is. Like I said, we removed the gaskets to tuck underneath, and so now we're gonna go ahead and squeegee all the water out, and when we put the gasket back over that seam, there is gonna be no seam. And so it's the best way to get a seamless installation. You'll see we'll go ahead and tuck the edges here. I think this is this is the rear quarter fender, so we're gonna go ahead and tuck it under, again, for a clean installation. Okay, you guys, we are done with the full body paint protection film on this new Tesla Model 3 Performance. And like the video footage that you guys have been watching, you can see that we've tucked all of the film. We've gone to great lengths to tuck all of the film underneath every type of seam and panel that we can get behind. Even our mirror is looking quite clean here. You can't even see the seam where it seamed all the way back here. That's pretty clean. Sensors also, we get it nice and close. Look at that, you can't even see the seam. A lot of times when I see amateur paint protection film guys, they'll have like a big old lift line here. It looks really unsightly, especially on this color. But you can see our seam, or there is no seam, I should say, and it's just nice and clean and tucked in. All of our film looks super good, no stretch lines, it just looks fantastic. Ceramic Pro even backs up the warranty of this film for 10 years. So that means 10 years, if this film cracks, yellows, lifts, or peels, it starts looking like old nasty Scotchgard for whatever reason, they will replace it for free, pay for the labor and material, which is pretty sweet. And so you can see, yeah, it looks super good. Let's bring you back around here to the taillights too. So you remember we removed the taillights, tucked the film underneath, and now that it's in here, no seams. All of this is tucked in underneath, and so that's good not only aesthetically, because it's quite literally seamless, but it also provides better protection. It's less likely for things to lift because there's no exposed edges. This is the right way to do PPF. It's the long way, it's the hard way, I'm not gonna lie, but it's the right way to do it. Even the trunk, you can see all of this is tucked in nice and neat, and it just looks clean. It just looks good, right? Look at that, guys. So, this client bought full paint protection film because he wanted the very, very best protection. And that's what this is. Is it expensive? Yeah, it can get pretty pricey. It's a lot of labor. You've seen it. But is it the best? Yes, it is. So if you've got a Tesla or you've got a cool car and you want the very best protection, full body paint protection film is the investment for you. It lasts a long time. It's very, very durable. It's scratch resistant. It'll even heal those scratches. And it's crystal clear. It looks super good. Look at this gloss, guys. Keep in mind, we didn't coat this vehicle. This is just paint protection film. And it has that gloss. I mean, it looks coated to me. It looks pretty good. So if you want the best in your vehicle and you want protection that really lasts and stands up to the test of time, this is the product for you. We're accepting right now in Plano. So if you want to get this car done, generally we ask 5 to 6 business days for a job like this. It's a long job. You guys have seen the footage. It takes its time, right? And so if you want this done for your car, we'd love to have you. It's Jesse at Humble Auto Spa, Ceramic Pro of Plano, signing out.